Hello and welcome to Solent Sports News. I am Emma Pereira. Coming up on today's program, the Formula One title race that went down to the last lap, why Max Verstappen still might not be able to celebrate yet. The Champions League draw that never was, how we nearly had Messi versus Ronaldo, and the Solent University goalkeeper whose clean sheet record is a magnificent 7. Good evening. We'll start with Formula One, where the World Championship was decided in controversial fashion. Max Verstappen overtook Lewis Hamilton in the last lap to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and the World Championship. It all happened with questionable decisions from the race director though. Hamilton's Mercedes team have lodged an appeal. Holden Daly has the latest.
Max Verstappen fans rejoice as the 24-year-old won in dramatic fashion for his Formula One World Championship. However, his first title comes with great controversy in regards to the final lap in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The race then restarted with one last lap, and Verstappen, with a fresh set of wheels, overtook Hamilton and won the race, even with the safety car still on the track. Formula One fans had mixed reactions on the outcome.
15 seconds ahead, and then basically, because of somebody crashed, he's paid the penalty, hasn't he? And he's lost the race.
Blood, and I think Lewis Hamilton's, has had he's done a great job. He's participated and he's been professional. But I think it's time for someone else to take over. And
I don't think it's to do with Max and Lewis at all. I think they're doing what they do. They race the cars and they drive and they do what they do. But I think that race director certainly made a decision. I don't know if it was right or wrong. The rules are rather deep and difficult to understand. I don't think he made a wrong decision. I think he just had a decision to be made.
Race director Michael Massey wouldn't let lap cars overtake Hamilton, leaving 5 cars between Hamilton and Verstappen. Then Massey had a change of heart and let those overlap cars overtake the leader, but it still left 2 cars between Max and Lewis. I spoke with Formula One journalist of the race, Scott Mitchell, whether integrity of F1 is in question.
I don't think they were doing it for the wrong reasons. I think they were doing it because they wanted it to end on racing terms. And maybe that's a little bit naive. Maybe the real reason, or probably the real reason, is they desperately wanted a shootout if they could get one, and they saw a way to get one, so they did it.
Lewis Hamilton was the leader for much of the race, but with 5 laps left, Nicholas Latifi crashed his car. Mercedes lodged the stewards' disregard to the appeals. So who truly is crowned the 2021 F1 champion of the world? I'm Holden Daly, Solent Sports News.
The Champions League draw had to be done twice today. There were 3 mistakes with the first effort, which pitched Messi against Ronaldo. The second draw took place a couple of hours ago. Defending champions Chelsea take on Lille, Liverpool travel to Inter Milan, Manchester United are at Atletico Madrid, and Manchester City against Sporting Lisbon. Premier League comes back with a set of midweek action in a busy December month. Southampton play away against Crystal Palace Wednesday night and will look to bounce back from their 3-0 defeat against Arsenal on Saturday. Meanwhile, the battle for the top spot is still intense between Manchester City, Liverpool and Chelsea. A Premier League legend is about to announce his retirement. Sergio Aguero has suffered heart problems since his move to Barcelona 6 months ago. The striker will be best remembered for his time at Manchester City, where he scored 260 goals. He won 5 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup and 6 League Cups during his decade in England. Southampton women got the better of arch rivals Portsmouth in the 3rd round of the FA Cup yesterday. Caitlin Morris scored in the second half of extra time to complete the comeback for Saints. They face Exeter women in the next FA Cup round. However, Saints and Portsmouth meet again on Wednesday in the National League. Solent University's men's football have a local hero at the moment. The Bucks' first team are on fire with an outstanding record this season thanks to their shortstopper. Matthew Renton reports.
7 games, 7 wins, 7 clean sheets. The clean sheet champions. The secret to that success. The man between the sticks. Solent Bucks #1, Ben Haywood. Goalkeeping legend Peter Schmeichel said that every goalkeeper has to be crazy. Is that the same case for Ben?
I'm not sure if I fall in that category as in crazy, but a few lads will probably say that. It was when I was about like 5 or 6 years old. My uncle, in fact, had like mentioned coming along and training on like a weekend for like just like a local side near me in Birmingham, and the rest is history. Really, I just absolutely loved it.
The keeper Ben, he's a very good keeper, talented goalkeeper. He's still young. He's helped out a lot with us coming in. Our defence as well, have to give credit to them as well, because Ben is almost like the final defender, and we always say the goalkeeper is the most important player on the pitch, and he can't be protected unless we press from the front and defend from the front, or unless if we do our jobs wrong in midfield and attack, then the defence is the last line before it comes to him to kind of get us out of a hole. So I would say Ben's been a very good credit to the team.
Ben also has the full trust and support of head coach Alex Walker, who insists the team are in safe hands. He also touches upon the pre-match meetings, which involve in-depth analytical looks into towards formation and tactics from the previous game and the next.
He's been magnificent. I think in terms of what he's brought to us, communication-wise, he's been outstanding. I think you always feel safe with him as the final defender. That's a big thing for any coach, to have a good goalkeeper that they can trust, that they can rely upon to make big saves at big moments, and he's done that all year. So I hope hopefully he continues that form, because he gives us a really strong base.
Our consistency in training helps, and the intensity of all the boys in training is probably a major part. But I just think it's the chemistry within the side. We've got a great mixture of freshers to seniors, and yeah, you know, it's just a cliche, but it is a team game, and you know, I'm there to help out when I'm the last resort, really. But no, when I have been called upon, I've been consistent, and you know, we haven't conceded a single goal in the division so far.
First of all, it'd be more so for the trophy. To go undefeated in the league would be good, and then to win a trophy at the National Cup, that would be very good as well.
I think it's just a case of trying to find those small wins. I think at university football, your contact time can be quite limited on the pitch. You get in terms of the amount of time you get in the sessions. So I think it's just about trying to find those extra hours that we can put in to make sure that we're as best prepared as we can be. And the boys have really brought into these, which has been brilliant.
Will the #1 goalkeeper be the #1 across the league come the end of the season?
I'd say so, yeah. It's, you know, not to sound arrogant or anything, but yeah, definitely.
Confidence rightfully high there with Ben and the rest of the Solent Bucks team. We'll be looking to continue this magnificent run of form after the Christmas break. Matthew Renton, Solent Sports News.
England will be looking to bounce back from their first Ashes defeat straight away. The second test begins this Thursday in Adelaide. There are some injury doubts for Australia, but a fitness boost for England. Let's cross live to our reporter Gabe Broadhurst, who's live outside the home of cricket in Hampshire. Gabe, which good news do you want to start with?
I can hear you. Hello?
Gabe, what good news do you want to start with?
Yep. Hey, so Anderson and Broad look to be coming back for the Adelaide Test on Thursday. Big boost for England. James Anderson leading wicket taker, of course, and Stuart Broad, second highest wicket taker for England. Big boost for the English team ahead of the Thursday day-night test. But of course, previously at the Gabba, Brisbane, first test was poor. It was really poor. Massive batting collapse. The Joe Root's men weren't good enough, and Joe Root had this to say.
Bit of disappointment, but ultimately, when you 40 for 4 in the first innings, it's very difficult to get back into the game, and when you create as many chances as we did with the ball and not take them, it's very difficult to look back at just this morning and think that that's where the game was lost for us.
So Gabe, any news on Australia?
So, news for Australia. Josh Hazlewood has pulled out with a side strain injury. Big boost again for England. Josh Hazlewood is one of the leading wicket takers in the Aussie ranks, and he will be, of course, out for Thursday. So we look forward to Thursday. We look forward to the Adelaide Test. What have England got to do? Well, they've got to win. They've got to win. They can't afford to go 2-0 down after 2 tests of a five-test match series in the Ashes out in Australia. It can't. We need to. England need to capitalise on the Anderson being back and Broad being back, and the batsmen need to stand up. Back to you in the studio, Amber.
Thank you so much, Gabe. Finally, a Solent University student represented Great Britain over the weekend. Zakaria Mahmood raced in the Under-23 European Cross Country Championships in Dublin. Out of a group of 75, he finished 9th, 23 seconds from the winner. That's all from us for this year. We'll be back in 2022 though. From all of the Masters team here, have a great Christmas. See you soon.